Hello, my name is Csilla, Kholami Monfils. I am Director of Innovation Ecosystems at ENGIE. What does that mean? That means we have a lot of innovators around ENGIE in a lot of countries and a lot of different places, and we need to make sure that we understand who's working on what and that we coordinate our different activities. So this is what I'm working on.
Open innovation is innovation without organizational boundaries. It's getting out of your lab, getting out of your silo. It's co-creation, collaboration with startups, with clients, with suppliers, what have you. Open innovation at ENGIE is based on 3 pillars. Startup investments through our corporate venture fund ENGIE New Ventures, who invests in startups with new technologies and new business models to create options for ENGIE in the future. We also have incubator structures as the second pillar, who are there to create new ventures and new offers based on some of these startup solutions and some of the amazing internal innovations that our colleagues have come up with. And thirdly, we need to manage and animate this innovation ecosystem, both internally and externally. We need to make sure that there's collaboration. We need to make sure that there's co-creation. We need to make sure that we involve all of the different ideas that are coming up. To do this, we have various tools to animate this community, to create awareness, to create excitement, to boost collaboration, and to assure that they're all going towards a shared vision and shared targets. And for this, we need roadmaps which create a blueprint for the direction we're going, but still allowing for the myriad of initiatives and innovations that are happening across the world. ENGIE New Ventures was created in 2014 with 180 million euros of funding and has to date invested in 26 startups from geographies very diverse, from North America, from Israel, from Europe, from France, etc., Asia as well. So they are looking for Series B or C investment, where the startup is already mature enough to address the market, already has some products that have proven themselves, but still need a big group like ENGIE to help them scale internationally and help them develop products which can be inserted into ENGIE's offers. We have ENGIE factories in Paris, ENGIE New Business Factory, in Singapore, ENGIE Factory Singapore, and in LATAM, in Santiago and in Mexico, which are all looking to develop new ventures, create new ventures based on some of the innovations that have been developed internally or externally. In some of these structures, they're also looking for founders where we have a good idea of what we want to do. We cannot find it on the market, but we do believe that a true entrepreneur could run with it and bring us what we actually need. Many other BUs have different other structures, not ENGIE factories, to host innovation. Sometimes it is done through excubation with other partners. So therefore it becomes a very diverse ecosystem of various business incubation and accelerating structures. Startups provide us with a fresh perspective of technologies, of ways of doing business, things we haven't thought of before. They also bring a lot of agility and passion, which all bring a new input to our business.
We can work with startups in many different ways. Obviously, many startups look to ENGIE and to other corporate investors for an investment, but that's just one of the many ways that we can help startups develop. Even when we invest in startups, we're looking for a very strong strategic alignment, and we're looking for a specific ENGIE business unit or entity who can use their solutions or who can help them develop their solution. But we can work with startups in other ways as well. We help startups develop their solutions together, test their solutions in our labs. We can help them test their solutions in our markets. We can help them, we can use startups as clients, no, as suppliers, as our purchasing department is looking for innovative solutions sometimes. So we can use startups in this way. We can work with startups on joint projects. And in our ENGIE factories, which are basically venture building activities, we sometimes work with our startups to develop new solutions together with internal innovations, internal research, internal entities, and these startups working together. VivaTech is the largest technology show in Europe. So therefore, not only is it a great place for us to showcase our latest innovations and the latest startups that we're working with, but it's also a great place for us to discover and inform ourselves about new technologies, about new trends, about new business models. So it's a place for us to learn and exchange, to show what we know, and also find partners for future endeavors in innovation. ENGIE has recently announced its ambition to become net zero carbon by 2045. This is quite an ambitious target, and of course it is our purpose. This means a shift from generation towards renewables. We have already reduced our carbon footprint by half since 2015, just by shifting out of coal and into renewables. But the future brings a lot more aggressive renewable targets. And also, since this ambition is for all three scopes, it also means that we're helping our clients in their own decarbonization journeys. So if this is our purpose, we cannot imagine this to happen without innovation. Many of the technologies that we will need to deliver on this strategy are still in the lab or are still in pilot projects. We need to make sure, in order to develop so many renewables, we need to make sure that they're more competitive, they're more flexible, they're smarter, and that they're also more sustainable. The same for our client solutions. So therefore, innovation is really the motor of this strategy, and therefore it's very important for us to get to grips with the new technologies, the new trends, the new business models.